everyone, I wanted to come on here and share the latest word given to Julie Whedbee. This word she received on July 20th, 2020. It's titled Vessels of Honor and Dishonor. Your soul is at stake. Julie Whedbee's website is iamcallingyounow.blogspot.com. And the word begins. You were born for such a time as this, my beloved ones. I hold the power to make one vessel a vessel of honor and another for dishonor. I will make known the riches of my glory upon you, my vessels of mercy, as you are prepared unto glory. So hide your eyes, my precious ones, as the darkness has invaded the lands. You who have given me your lives in full surrender and have come into alignment with my will for you will know no fear, as my perfect love casts out all fear and will keep you and preserve you through this dark hour. Continue to cover yourselves in my blood and repent often throughout the day. Keep yourselves from things filthy and corrupt, and do not engage in worldly affairs, with the exception of acquiring essentials. Trust me for the rest. Distance yourselves from all that brings fear. A great line of separation and division is taking place, as those who are of me are being strengthened and empowered for my kingdom, your transformation ongoing, while those who have not walked in my ways are being further hardened. Many divisions are occurring now within family groups, as those who are sanctified in me must be separated out from those who continue to dwell in darkness. Those who have come into agreement with the dark Lord Satan and his forces by refusing obedience to me are being given over to their depraved minds, their carnal desires, and their wicked ways. You are now witnessing the manifestation of great evil on the earth, and this will only increase, but only for a short time, as foretold. The oppression of the evil spirits on countless souls is becoming possession in many, as Satan will overtake large numbers of souls to use for his wicked purposes. Do not be troubled, my loves, by what you see, as it only means my full indwelling for you is imminent. Just as Satan's army gains strength for the final quest for souls, so do you. My army, ready yourselves for the great outpouring of my Spirit that will enable you to walk in all power and authority that has been given to me to give to you by my Father. Your positioning is crucial. Those who have positioned themselves under the influence of Satan, made agreements with him, and continue to live in unrighteousness, opening the doors daily to the enemy and living in willful sin, will be used as weapons against the righteous, although most will not be aware of how they are used. But you who have aligned yourselves with me and are intimate in my heart will be filled with a peace only I can give you despite the darkness. And at the appointed time, you will shatter the illusion here on the earth that truth is unattainable. The days will become increasingly more difficult in that the beast system has risen and very soon will be implemented. You will not be permitted to conduct your business and affairs as before, and a choice will have to be made. This is why your positioning is so vital in this moment of now, just before these things take place. This is why the training for my remnant has been so intense and so difficult, because the days that are now here will require a total commitment that only those who have been refined by fire will be able to make. What I am saying is that if you have not learned to live by faith and trusted in me to protect you and provide for you, you will fall into fear at what has come upon the earth, and your vulnerability could cost you your salvation. Your soul is at stake with what is now upon the earth. If you do not comply with the beast system and its mandates, specifically the mark that will be given to identify and alter your DNA, you will not be permitted to engage in society. This is coming so quickly now, my people, and you must be prepared and know how to respond. The chaos you see now is all orchestrated to bring about the evil one's agenda. Non-compliance with the New World Order will result in a drastic course of survival and change of life for you and those I've placed with you. I have made a way where there appears to be no way. I am God of the impossible. Your life is in my hands regardless of the choice you make, but your eternity is determined by your choice in me. React in fear that you will not be able to buy essentials or work, accepting the new system and its mark, and you will lose your soul for eternity. Follow my commandments and know my word and my instructions, that you are not to take this mark and live eternally. I want to stress that. Although some of you will lose your physical lives for your belief in me and for this decision. Make the choice now. Be educated and know what is written in my holy word, trusting in me, who is all providence, to be your refuge, and I will not fail you. You have my promise that I will walk with you through the darkness, and the darkness will not overtake you. It is written, so let it be done, according to my word. My word shall stand, for I am my word. Be in me, and I will be in you, and we will be one. As I am one in my Father, so too you will be. Remember, truth and wisdom, my counsel, understanding and knowledge are given to all who seek me and separate themselves from the world. But the way is narrow and filled with opposition, as the world loves evil more than good. Evil will appear to prevail, but only for a short time. But to you who overcome, who have resisted evil and sought after me, you will be heirs to my kingdom and my throne, and you will forever and into eternity grow into the depths of my heart and my great love for you. Isn't that something to look forward to? So rejoice, my precious ones, as I see all. I hold your tears and your disappointments. I sit with you in the ashes. I comfort you who mourn. I hold you in the palm of my hand, and no evil will befall you. Your place is with me in my Father's house, and you will receive the crown of life. You will sit with me on my throne, and all I have will be yours. I will give you hidden manna, a white stone with a new name. You will eat of the tree of life in paradise, and I will make you a ruler over nations. I will clothe you in white garments, and your name will be written in the book of life. I will confess your name before my Father and his angels. I will make you a pillar in the temple of my God, and write on you my new name, the city of my God and the new Jerusalem. A great and yet terrible day is here, the fulfillment of all that has been spoken. Who can know it? Who will be able to stand? I tell you this truth, you who have written my laws on your hearts, you who seek purity and holiness, you who worship me in spirit and in truth, you who have turned your eyes away from evil things, you who have allowed me to try you by fire, allowed me to make your vessels unto honor, you who have clear eyes, clean hands, and a pure heart, you who are humble, contrite, and lowly, you who love others as you love yourselves, and you who have honored me with every step you take and in every breath you take. It is you, my overcomers, who are about to see the greatest move of my spirit that this earth has ever seen. Together we will save many, many souls from the clutches of Satan, and the harvest will be great. My fire of revival in the hearts of my people will be an unquenchable fire. Just as I am in an all-consuming fire, nothing will stand against my spirit of fiery love, consuming my remnant. Nothing. So prepare my precious gems. Your king dons his garments and prepares to meet his bride, Yahushua. Scriptures that go along with the message is Romans chapter 9, verses 14 through 24, Isaiah chapter 26, verse 20, 1 John chapter 4, verse 18, John chapter 16, verse 33, 1 John chapter 5, verse 21, John chapter 12, verse 40, Matthew chapter 10, verse 36, Romans chapter 1, verse 28, John chapter 14, verse 1, Romans chapter 8, verse 37, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 10, Romans chapter 1, verse 18, 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 16, Psalm 66, verse 18, Zechariah chapter 18, verse 9, chapter 13 of Revelation, full chapter, 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7, Hebrews chapter 6, verse 18, Psalm chapter 31, verses 14 through 15, Hebrews chapter 7, verse 25, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 4, Ephesians chapter 1, verse 13, Isaiah chapter 40, verse 8, John chapter 14, verse 20, 1 John chapter 5, verse 5, Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7, James chapter 1, verse 5, Psalm chapter 52, verse 3, Isaiah 61, verse 3, Isaiah 49, verse 16, Revelation chapter 2, verse 17, Revelation 2, verse 26, Revelation chapter 3, verse 5, Revelation chapter 3, verse 12, Revelation chapter 3, verse 21, Revelation chapter 12, verse 11, Revelation chapter 2, verses 7 through 11, Revelation chapter 6, verse 17, Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 33, John chapter 4, verse 24, Psalm 34, verse 18, Psalm 24, verse 4, Mark 12, verse 31, and Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 29. And all these scriptures are written out at the bottom of the message. I'll leave the link in the description box for you all. And again, the description box is beneath the video, right underneath. There'll be a title, and there's a small arrow. If you click on the small arrow, it'll open up the description box, and that's where I leave all the links to the messages. And that is the end of the message. I love you all, and I pray that you all have a blessed day.